So as a teacher, one of the things we see all the time, and I even laugh about it too, is math has changed. Math hasn't changed, but what has changed about it is we don't just teach one strategy, which is the way I learned when I was a kid, and it never worked for me. I was never very strong with math because I didn't understand it that way. So now we're teaching kids multiple strategies. We teach them the old school methods along with the new. So for this video, I'm going to teach and reteach how to do multi-digit multiplication.
Hi kids, so this is where parents start to panic and think that math has changed, just like Mr. Incredible does on Incredibles 2, where he's like, why did they change math? So math has not changed, we're just giving you guys more tools, which I think is better for you. So I already started laying out these two different ways to show you just because I'm recording and it'll be easier for me to record. So we're gonna do 3 times 726 using the area model. I've also seen it called a box method, a box and cluster method, but these top two I think are the most common ways that you'll hear it. So I have 3 boxes made because of this number here, 726. When I write this in expanded form or expanded notation, it looks like this: 700 plus 20 plus 6. And if I push that back together into standard form, it will look just like this here. So I'm also multiplying by 3. So I'll put that digit on the side. And then you can start wherever you want to. If there's a math fact that you're stronger with and that helps you, start where you want. So if I like 3 times 20 a little bit better, or I can look at it this way, 3 times 2, which is 6, and then I just have to bring down that 0 because that's like multiplying 3 times 20. And then I can continue with my 2 spots left. So I like to just cover those numbers. It just looks a little less scary. So now I'm thinking, oh, 3 times 7 is 21. But I have to plug in my 2 zeros here to show that I actually multiplied 3 times 700. And then my last digit here is a 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And now all I need to do is add these numbers together. If you have to rewrite them and add them on the side this way, you totally can. It's all with what works best for you, or if you can just scrunch that back into standard form, then you're good to go. So I've got 0, 0 plus 8 equals 8, 0 plus 6 plus 1, 7, 1 plus nothing, 1, 2 plus nothing, 2. So my product or my total is 2,178. Now for the standard method, or we like to be silly and call it the old school method, this is something that your parents or your family will understand a little bit better. This is going to be scary for them. This won't, okay? So I'm gonna take this problem and rewrite it here. So I'm gonna take 726 and I'm gonna multiply it by 3. Just like we did here, but it's just gonna look slightly different. So I'm gonna multiply in the ones place first. So 6 times 3 is 18. I bring the 8 down here because it's in the ones place, but that new set of 10 I just made needs to come over here. So it's really like you are adding 10 in here, but often we'll just write the 1. So then we're gonna go diagonally and do 3 times 2, which I really am needing to remember that I am multiplying 3 by 20, but just to make it a little less scary, it's nice just to think, oh, 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1, which equals 7. When I'm doing it this way, it's just important to remember the place value. So just remember that it is 20 times 3, and then I'm adding another set of 10, but it's just nice to simplify it by saying 3 times 2 plus 1. Anyway, for my next place value or digit I'm going to is a 7, which remember is really a 700, but just to simplify it, I just think 7 times 3, which is 21, and I'll just write 21 right here. And as you can see, I got the same answer in 2 different ways. This just really helps you understand the place value of each digit. I personally have to see it this way for my brain to understand it a little bit better. Now this next method is almost a combination of the two, but it's called the partial totals method or partial products, and I'll walk you through that now. So I do 6 times 3, which again is 18, and instead of bringing the 1 up here, I would just write it down below. And then I'm gonna still go this way and do 3 times 2, but I still need to remember it's 3 times 20, which is 60, and I'm just gonna write that underneath the 18 this time. And then my last digit, which is a 7 or 700. So 700 times 3 or 7 times 3 is 21. And when I plug in my 2 zeros from the 100, then I get 2100. And then you just add these all up together, just almost like we did right here. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 6, 7 plus 1 plus 2. So I've got 2,178. So it's really almost a combination of these two. You're just seeing those full numbers out here, just like we did here. You can see we've got 2100, a 60, and an 18. It just looks a little bit different.
So just spend some time, maybe focus on one strategy and see if you can learn it that way. And then eventually, once you've tried them all, you'll figure out what works best for you. Or maybe for now, one strategy works better for you and you're not quite ready for the other ones. That's okay. Choose what works for you. Where I would have started as a kid would have been right here. Okay? That would have helped me see the numbers a little bit better, and then I think eventually I could have gotten here a little bit easier. So just choose what works for you, and just pause the video if you need to, slow down, just try it again. You've got this.
So don't be mean to your parents and say that, hey, you're teaching me wrong. They're just teaching you the only way that they know how. So don't be grumpy and make your parents' face look kind of like this. Just try it, okay?
See you later. Thank you.